This is Yair Pinto coming to you from the Gurion International Airport in Tel Aviv in Israel. For the first time, a ballistic missile launched from Yemen landed in the area of Gurion Airport in the Tel Aviv area. Sirens sounded across central Israel, including the Dan region, the Shifa, and the Samaria region, and also near Jerusalem, marking the first missile alert in the center in 2 weeks. After the sirens, loud explosions were heard and smoke was seen rising near the airport. As standard protocol, departures and landings at the airport were suspended while emergency teams conducted inspections across runways. No injuries have been reported so far, and the IDF confirmed it had detected a missile launch from Yemen towards Israel. Interception attempts were made, though the results are still under investigation. This escalation underscores the widening reach of Houthi missile threats that are now targeting central Israeli infrastructure for the first time since the hostilities began. Security forces remain on high alert across all the region of Israel. So we are now at the scene of the impact in the Gurion International Airport in the center of Israel in Tel Aviv. So we're now heading towards the location where the missile was struck, and we'll show you everything. Take a look.
לא הבנתי את הקטע, אחי, השרה עומדת על הבור ואנחנו חושבים? כן, אתה רוצה שתפוצר אצלו? היא אחריות שלה. גם אחריות שלו, זה לעמוד. בשביל שלא יראה את הבור? אבל כולם יודעים מה יש.
So, just a few minutes away from here, just a few meters away from here and behind me, there is a big hole, a crater, where the missile landed. And as you can see, there are a lot of people coming here. There are engineering forces making sure that there are no explosions left in this location. And also, of course, politicians started to arrive, as well as the media. Okay, I was here just by accident. I came here to pick up a tour leader that came to Israel, and I heard the alarms. I went into a bomb shelter, and we are still here trying to get into the airport and pick up our guest. This was a miracle because, as you can see, I'll show you, the missile, or the debris of it, landed in an open area in an orchard of oranges near the airport. This is a rare event that the Israeli anti-rocket defense systems was not able to destroy this missile before it entered the Israeli airspace. And thank God, this is another miracle in this war, that the missile landed in an open area, did not hit the building of the airport. And currently, I'm about to approach the crater, the hole where this missile landed, and check it out for myself to see the amount of damage. But all around me, you can see soldiers, security personnel, policemen that are examining the area. The airport was shut down until the road will be cleared. And we are waiting for the official okay to go and see the hole where this missile landed. And we'll share with you everything. And now, let's go to a report from Shoshani with more updates on the situation.
Thank you, Yair. So what does this attack by the Houthis in Israel mean for us? Well, it means several things. It shows that even though the U.S. has been on a very, very, very violent campaign against the Houthis in Yemen, it is simply not enough to fully stop their attempts at attacking Israel and attacking U.S. assets in this region. And you factor into that the fact that now the Iranians are saying that they're not planning to continue with the direct negotiations between them and the U.S. in part because of a series of mysterious attacks and explosions that have taken place in Iran. But I would imagine this also ties into the ongoing attacks and military presence against the Houthis and in the region of Iran by American forces. All that factored in shows us that we're not at all moving to a place of an agreement. We're moving to a place of increased clashes where the Iranians, through their Houthi proxies, are trying to overthrow American pressure, to push back on American pressure to the degree that the U.S. no longer wants to attack. The fact that a rocket hit just outside of the Ben Gurion airport, that's mostly a technicality. The fact that the Houthis continue to attack Israel and Israeli targets, that's the main story here. The story that even after over a month of ongoing U.S. attacks in Houthi-controlled northern Yemen, the Houthis continue to launch ballistic missiles at Israel and attack targets, American and otherwise, in the Red Sea and in that region is something that we need to be concerned and very aware of. It shows us also something else. It shows us that the campaign of maximum sanction pressure and military pressure isn't fully working against the Iranians. And I'll explain that statement. To really bring them to a place where they're changing their policy, there seems to be a need for even more pressure than they're receiving right now. What it looks like, I think the solution is in the hands of the commanders of the U.S. Armed Forces, the American government, and the Israeli government, but it's definitely a combination of military pressure and diplomatic and financial pressure, both against the Iranians and, of course, against the Houthis. What does this mean for the region? I don't know. I think we're in a very complicated situation where it's unclear how the Houthis can be stopped, and it's also not clear what we need to do to incentivize the Iranians from fully disengaging from their proxy warfare methodology in this region. Really tricky situation that we're in. This last attack, again, the fact that it hit anything near a target in Israel, that's only technicality. The next time that happens, Iron Dome will shoot it down. The next time a rocket, and this has happened countless times before, targets this area, it's likely going to be shot down by Iron Dome and several of the other systems that we have in place. But nonetheless, the fact that the Houthis continue to target Israel and that American and Israeli pressure isn't sufficient to stop them, that shows us that to really change things here, we need to up the price, claim more of a price from the Iranians, more of a price from the Houthis to prevent them from continuing to attack Israel. We're likely to see continued attacks by the Houthis against this country. They have a large stockpile of ballistic missiles, and it works. Press-wise, it works as far as threatening and scaring the Israeli people. It just simply works for them to continue launching them. The only way to stop them, oh, the sun has come out. The only way to stop them is by continued military pressure in a way that we haven't seen up till now. And now, back to Yair Pinto.
So guys, a little bit of an explanation on the Israeli defensive systems against rockets. So first of all, we have the Iron Dome anti-rocket defense system, which is protecting us against, I would say, medium to short-range rockets. Then on top of that, we have the David Sling, which is against, further away, more distance rockets. And then we have the Arrow 1, 2, 3, that are protecting Israel against ballistic missiles like the ones that were fired from Yemen. So these missiles have proven to be successful in intercepting rockets at a 99% rate, which is amazing. But again, we have been under so much fire since this war started. So this missile was able to enter Israel and created an explosion. And again, it was a miracle because this missile landed in an open area next to the road here in the Ben Gurion International Airport. But all around me, you can see soldiers, security personnel, policemen that are examining the area. The airport was shut down until the road will be cleared, and we are waiting for the official okay to go and see the hole where this missile landed, and we'll share with you everything that is happening here. As always, boots on the ground. God is protecting Israel, protecting us, protecting me. Thank you so much for your prayers. You need to remember that this is a spiritual war. The enemy does not want the people of Israel to live here because it's proof that God is faithful, that he's a faithful God that keeps his words to Israel and to each and every one of us. And that's why these attacks are coming against the people of Israel, but we are still here. So if you need any encouragement in your life that God is faithful and He's with you, make sure to look at Israel, to pray for what's happening in Israel, and know that, like in the times of the Bible, also today, God is faithful and He makes amazing miracles to the people of Israel and to the land of Israel.